You're now tuned into Real As It Get podcast.
Keeping it real.
Be real, be true, and be yourself. They say the truth will set you free. You have to be real with yourself before you can be real with anyone else. Remember that.
Real As It Get podcast, episode number 9.
Number 9, baby.
Hey. Hey, so what's been going on, Chuck?
Same old, man. You know, I hear, how's the newborn?
Man, the newborn,
fresh package.
She's first and foremost, it's amazing just because we didn't experience this the first time. But man, them late hours, she love them. And 2-3 in the morning, get here and she's just crying, and it's tough. Like I say, man, it's my wife be up with her. You know, I tend to get to her when I need to, but
Men are.
I say, man, I need this time right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, she just want a bottle. You know, I try to tell the wife to prep some bottles. Oh, the milk gonna spoil. Listen, prep these bottles. You know, but it's really the babies know that 2-hour span when they need to get fed, and it's like sometimes she may hour 45.
Right.
I need this milk.
Go time.
You know,
It's go time. Got to feed the youngin'.
So you know, like I say, it's going. Everybody just adjusting, but like I say, it's new to us because when my first daughter was born, she was in the hospital for 4 months.
Yeah.
Now this baby, she home.
Yeah.
She home. We're experiencing everything you're supposed to experience.
Yeah. You know, when the newborns come home, man, it's always adjustment. Even if you had one already, if you had 3 already, you know,
Right.
you know, babies, all babies.
Even with the family has to adjust to the baby.
family
as
got to
well,
adjust
you know.
to the baby.
My daughter, she's not a fan of all the crying. You know why? Because she's 9, the house has been quiet, and
Right.
she's the only one that makes noise, and we can control her. Hey, turn your TV down. Hey, go in your room. Now with the newborn, it's kind of like you just got to go with the flow.
Right.
You got to find out what works with the family.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? My son, you know, he had to make an adjustment when my daughter got born. You know what I'm saying? Because now she getting attention. It was just him. It was just me, my wife, and him.
Right.
Not a new baby girl. And it's a baby girl too. So you know, we all like, oh my gosh,
Correct.
you know. So he had to make an adjustment.
And that's one of the things that, you know, we saw the adjustment this week when my mom had him for a few hours, and my mom was caring for the baby, and you know, my daughter, my 9-year-old, was my mom's first grandchild. So now the 9-year-old see my mom with the new baby, and she's like, she love her more than me. It ain't like that, but you know, it's like I say, we had to explain to her that, you know, a baby just need a little bit more care.
Right.
But you know, there's more grandkids now, so you just gotta play your role and do it well. But you had to ensure her that the new baby won't take her spot. You know.
Yeah, kids. I mean, kids don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just say, "Wait a minute, I was getting hugs before, and I ain't getting them same hugs. What's going on?" You know what I'm saying?
And then my daughter too, man. She's difficult, bro. So she's like that one kid where it may not even interest her, but once it started happening, it interests her all of a sudden. So now she's just like, cause she can be doing her own thing, and you know, my mom taking care of the baby. Next thing you know, oh, she loved her more. You was not interested in what I had going before, and now all of a sudden you're interested.
Yeah, no, my kids be doing that now with the tablet. You know what I'm saying? My son will go pick up something my daughter's, like, she ain't played with in weeks. He'll go pick up something. She gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
That's mine. You know what I mean? That's kind of how they get, man.
So yeah, man, you know, we're gonna talk about, you know, there's been some things going on this past few weeks.
Yeah,
and a half, 2 weeks, but we just gonna focus on the mental health.
We talked about that last episode. So if you want to hear what we talking about, get on last episode, go watch that.
Talk about it. So now this week, you know, we're just gonna talk a little bit about mental health and how mental health affects not just the black community,
all community, everybody,
but every community. You know what I mean? So
mental health don't care what you look like.
Have you ever experienced anything with mental health?
Definitely, man. You know, I was broke. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got no money, that's mental health right there. When you ain't got no money, when you hurting for money, mental health right there. But
that is a form.
That's a form of
trauma with mental health.
100%.
Just waking up broke every morning, man.
You ain't got no money, man. Yeah, you ain't got no money, like, yeah, you hurt, you know what I'm saying? But now that you got a little bit more money, a little bit, I can smile a little bit more. No, in all seriousness, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, everybody gets down, everybody, you know, gets frustrated about things. Again, whether it is financial, whether it's your job, whether it's your relationship, you know what I'm saying? All those are some big key factors into what can cause a person to go through like a mental health problem. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, so you got mental wealth, and you got mental, you know, health problems, kind of like that, you know. And it's one of those things that when you're going through something, you don't really necessarily know that you could be going through a mental health issue. Right. You just know that you're going through a life issue. And sometimes we don't know the severity of what a life issue can do to our brains and to our health and to ourselves, you know, because
you haven't been taught about none of this.
Most of the time you're not, you know, and people lash because you got different ways, and you got different ways people handle things or whatever. Right. So, you know, if you got a situation where you just feeling frustrated about it and you're not talking to nobody, you're not really getting solutions, you just get that pent up anger, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that pent up, like, dang, why me, you know, what's going on? You know, you get a lot of that. Right. You know, it's that self-deprecation type of thing. So, you know, everybody's been through something. Everybody's definitely been through their mental health. Correct. You know, and then you got to figure out, you know, what is almost like what the severity of it is. Like, correct. Because, you know, I think it's a different level. Some people can have like a mental health issue and some people can have a mental breakdown. Correct. You know, so mental health issue, you know, so you're feeling bad about something, you know, saying you just feel like you're in this rut, you can't get out of it. Right. So you gotta feel down on yourself, like, hey, why me? That kind of thing. And you got a mental health breakdown where you might be lashing out more or stepping away more, right, or doing different things.
You know that first one you just said, if you're in a situation and you're just feeling like you can't get out of it. In the black community, you know what we say?
Toughen up, man.
That's just bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck.
You know what I mean? But you're not thinking about it at that moment.
Especially not in the mental health aspect. We in that age. You better toughen up.
You better man up. You know, you got people out here going through worse situations than you. You know, with me, it was more like one of those things, man, where after I recall all of the events that I've been going through for the past 3 months. Like I say, at no point in time, I never wanted to hurt myself. Mm-hmm. Right. Never wanted to hurt myself, but it was just my train of thought, you know, just my well-being and how I maneuver in life. And, you know, last week, I ended up just, what is a mental breakdown? You know, I never thought to Google that before until last week. In the black community, when someone says, I'm having a mental breakdown, it's like you've been trained all your life to just say it and not know what it really is. For me, I just didn't know. You know, it was just like, man, I'm having a mental breakdown in so many words. That's just like, it ain't going right. Yeah. Bad day. Trying to figure it out. That's what a mental breakdown is to us. And it is. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. But when you look at certain features, certain words of that mental breakdown, you know, with me, one of them was losing interest in your favorite activities. Yeah. Hell, I've been lost interest in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, I'm attached to it, so I can't give up. I gotta keep going through. Another one was just my inability to focus. You know, managing a few different businesses, being a new dad, being a family man. It's just, I couldn't get my mental right. Like, it's just like, I'm just a walking zombie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm a walking zombie. Like, I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm forgetting things. You know, I usually do like a calendar that put all my due dates, all my bills, all things I need to get done. I wasn't even doing that. I was falling behind. Lacking my appetite. I asked my mind to say, hey, I'm hungry. I'll go get some food, put it in the microwave. Just not hungry. Hopelessness, you know, I was having feelings of despair, of thinking, no, there's no solution to my problems. Mm-hmm. You know, this problem was pretty much like a revolving circle. I just felt trapped, like there was no way out of the situation. I was having feelings of failure and frustration from not doing things so well as I used to. I withdrew from my friends, family, and society, and I just appeared sad or, you know, just feeling depressed most of the time. Like, even if something positive or good happened, it was just like so-so to me. So, you know, once I once I discovered those things, I'm sitting here like, how do I move forward? Started looking into a therapist. Another thing that I noticed too is why black folks don't get therapists.
Yeah, black people don't believe therapy.
Why? Because for one, it just costs too much.
Right, yeah,
you know what I mean? It just costs too much. But that wasn't really a factor.
And two, but and two people. When you mention therapy or something, going to a therapist, you know, people have that. I guess not as much as more, but people think that's a stigma. Like,
right, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Therapist, they don't know therapist telling me what I'm.
Correct. And then you got to really think too, if the chemistry going to be right? Because let's be honest, it's a business for them.
100%.
But let's be honest,
they at work.
They at work. They ain't gonna turn you down.
Yeah.
So it's just like, with me, it's just more like the connection. You know, I can have a conversation. Us talking on the podcast. Yeah. That's a form of therapy.
100%.
That's one thing that I've learned, because you've been through your things in life. Mm-hmm. I've been through my things in life. You're gonna hear me out. I'm gonna hear you out. Vice versa. We just go back and forth. And just talking about the situation may not solve the solution.
Makes you feel a little better.
But it makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, but communication, you know, in life is it solves a lot of issues, and then it can at least alleviate some pain.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I got an issue with something, you know, and I just need to, sometimes you need to vent. You know, people say you need to vent.
Correct.
Sometimes people just need to get on, just vent. You know,
and that's what I've been doing, bro. I just been venting, and like I say, there's no solution. There hasn't been a solution. The only person that can make this
current solution, right? Immediate solution.
Correct.
No
because
solution.
What's done is done.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, how do you move forward?
Right.
Are you going to accept what happened? And that's pretty much the first step. Like, I was watching that. I went to my mom's house a few days ago, and I was looking at that. Manti Teo, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the little documentary.
Mm-hmm. Good, the great documentary, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I felt like him.
Yeah, no, I can imagine what.
Listen, what he went
on
through.
The grand
scale, right? You talk about me with a few hundred people, you know what I mean? But with him.
Sorry about the noise.
Nah, but with him, it was more that this dude went from playing a high level, top of the world. 50,000 plus fans chanting for him because he was a great football player. Mm-hmm. So now an incident happened and the whole world against him. Yeah. And I felt like that because I'm like, people saw me every day. Yeah. And next thing you know, I'm a bad guy because of the decision that I ultimately made. Yeah. But that's not the case. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, where is your, like, it's kind of like they don't. I noticed that people are quick to turn their back on you when shit hit the fan.
Real quick.
You would think these same people that was once rooting for you, they would be supporting you in the time of need. Mm-hmm. But we live in an evil world. Selfish world. Where people only care about themselves and only care about the time you are making them happy. Not once do they care if you're not making them happy. They don't care about you no more. Yeah. And you know, with me, man, it was just like, out of all the stuff that I do, you know, I'm gonna admit to a failed operation, but that don't make me a bad person. You know what I mean? Right. Just think of, you know, you look at Trump. All his businesses ain't successful. Right. Some go bankrupt. Mm-hmm. Does that make him a bad person? No. Doesn't make him a bad person. Right. It's just he got to get back to the drawing board. He got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And that was something that, you know, had me down because it was like, damn, man, you let people down. But at the end of the day, I also learned that it's life. And one of the things that I learned too, man, it was just like during this whole ordeal, just battling the mental breakdown situation. One thing I learned too is my connection with God. It just wasn't there. You know, within these 2 to 3.5 months, things I normally would do, I wouldn't do. You know, I just didn't do it. You know, it was kind of like time was going too fast. Like I wasn't giving God the time that he needed from me. You know, I can relate to that. You know, it was just like I was just waking up, doing what I gotta do, moving forward. Some days I wouldn't even pray. So, you know, before last week, I came to the warehouse and I just said, God, I need you right now. I just need your guidance. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not trying to be like other people, you know. I'm not trying to come to you just because I need your help.
Right.
I just want you to guide me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry I didn't make time for you, but I just need you to guide me. So, you know, I'm having my little session with him, and next thing you know, the next week come and situation happened, and then I started to ask God. I'm like, yo, you gotta let me know, is this for me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep wasting no more time, and this ain't for me.
Right.
So I just have a thought come in my mind. I guess this is God talking to me now. And he say, hey, you know, Google, how long did it take to build Rome? Because now I'm questioning every single thing that I have done.
Right.
I'm like, am I doing it right? Am I moving forward or am I moving backwards? He say, Google, how long did it take to make Rome? It came up 1,229 years. So at that point, I'm automatically clear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up.
Right.
Keep going. There is no time limit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just go back to the drawing board, correct what you did wrong, and you gotta wait until those results are out so that you can see where to move from there. And that made me feel a little bit better, man. But I tell people I'm not going to him just because I'm in a time of need.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in religion, you need to stay connected. You know what I mean? You need to stay connected 100%. So that your energy is positive and you got that energy and that aura that just walks with you. You know what I mean? The moment you distance yourself from it,
yeah,
things get out of whack. You know what I mean?
100%, man. Yeah. When it comes to when it comes to religion, and I go through it myself, and I believe in Jesus, and I believe I pray and read Bible, but it's like relationships in general. You need time. You got to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be married, and then if you ain't spending no time,
right,
your marriage is gonna fall apart. Same thing with religion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could be. I believe in God, but if I don't ever pray, I don't ever read, I don't ever go to church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel that distance. You know what I'm saying? And with a consistent, whatever, and again, I believe in a certain religion. People out there believe in whatever you believe in, but when you have a consistent relationship, with like as far as reading the Bible, praying. When you have that consistent, it makes you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you do have a God. You feel like there is God. You feel like, okay, God actually connect to me. Because sometimes we feel like God is so ethereal. He's just out there.
Right.
He ain't connecting to me. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's a million people asking him for
right. Yeah. He
for
connect to me.
You know
right.
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have that relationship with him. Man, it got to a point where I'm thinking about the situation. I'm like, I don't even own a Bible anymore.
Right.
So earlier today, I went to
Bible app is on the phone now all the time, baby.
Right, but I like this.
No, I got a Bible.
So today I went to go buy. A few people sent me some verses, so I went to go buy a Bible today. And like I say, that's my form of therapy, bro. My form of therapy is protecting my sanity. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be the everyday tweet. Mm-hmm. Protecting my sanity. And like I say, you just take it day by day. Focus on yourself and don't let things get the best of you.
Yeah.
But you know what I also learned too? You heard about this guy named David Cruz? You heard about David Cruz, the guy who's on the faith walk, who walked from Pennsylvania all the way to Miami? You ain't heard about that?
Nah. Man, I'll be able to lose some time. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on whatever.
But there's been a guy who started his walk.
Like recently?
He started his walk in like March.
Like he's currently walking now?
He's done that.
Oh.
He just went back home like Sunday. But
where have I been? What's his name? David Cross?
David Cruz. I'm gonna send you the page. But he's a guy who's been delivering messages. He said God told him to walk from Pennsylvania all the way to Florida. Rain, sleet, or snow, but he kept walking. But most importantly, this guy wouldn't accept donations, wouldn't accept money. He was eating out of dumpsters, didn't take a bath. Like he was saying, God was telling him to do this and he had to be obedient. Right. So this whole ordeal, I'm sitting there like, dude, I need the faith of this guy, because if this guy can believe all of that, he's not really knowing where he's gonna get his next meal from. Right. By the time he got to Florida or West Palm, Miami, bro, holes in his shoes, he tied them up with bags, and he walked all the way to South Beach.
People say, and people would say he's crazy. Because when you first explained to me, if I had that initial thought,
He's
it's crazy. But then I had to go back. Wait a minute. Faith, you know what I'm saying? It's all about you and your faith and what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you believe in the Bible, the story of Noah, you know, building the ark. Noah ain't never seen rain.
Right.
He don't know what rain is. He just know he's supposed to be building a boat.
Right.
For what? He don't know a boat for what? Rain? I don't even know what that is. What does that mean? And he's building it for years and years and years. He's trying to tell other people, listen, help me build this boat. It's a flood coming. What's a flood? What flood?
What is a flood?
What rain? You know what I'm saying? You got his kids helping them build it. You don't know. I got it. So people look at him like he's crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that dude, whether right or wrong, is all about what he believes. You know what I'm saying? If God told him to walk, he feel like God actually told him to walk. He did the right thing. If he'd have went against that, he did the wrong thing. You know, just because listening to other people, because we get into that all the time. Listen to other people, man. You crazy? Walk from Pennsylvania to for what?
Right.
Where do you get out of that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's just us imparting our mind on other people. And so, like a lot of times, so even when you go back to the mental health conversation, is, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is great to seek out other things and to like knowledge, to learn different things, but you got to make sure you're at peace with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
He was damn sure at peace.
And having the faith to walk from Pennsylvania to Miami, you got peace.
Then you got to think,
like you said, you should have faith like that, peace like that, strength like that.
Dude, you're walking every day, and as he became more popular and the story began circulating on social media, he was held up in these cities for weeks. You know what I mean? Because people was taking pictures, people was offering to buy him things, and he just was rejecting it all. To me, it was just like, you know, you go on the Facebook pages and you see people was interested in his message.
What was it, man? I don't know.
The message was more like unity, bringing people together. For me, like I say, I love the faith aspect. But when you think of unity, man, we live in a different world where they don't want unity.
Not at all, bro.
They don't want unity. I mean, you got people killing people in the same neighborhoods, but the moment a police officer kills a person in that same neighborhood,
bro. Like
they want unity then.
You know, not to get on my Charleston White, but you know what I'm saying, you know, gangsters and gang members have been shot more black people than any police officer. Right. You know what I'm saying? One of the best things I thought he said, Charleston White, he said 18-year-old white dudes are killing for their race. The dude who went to Buffalo, shot up them black people, he was doing that for his race. Correct. We are killing our race. Right. Our 18-year-old black boys are killing our race. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Not saying you should be killing other white people, nothing like that. I'm just saying, but there's a difference of the thinking. We don't have no unity.
We are killing ourselves. Look at PNB Rock. Ain't no white person killed PNB Rock.
Black dude. Black dude killed. Black boys, black men killed that dude.
That's one thing that I noticed too. About the black culture. All other cultures protect themselves, protect their culture. Mm-hmm. We don't give a damn about our culture, bro. Mm-mm. We don't care about our culture until something happens. Other than that, free fall.
Yeah, I mean, even and then drawn back to the, you know, situation we kind of not talking about. This is supposed to be an opportunity where we can come together and build something, you know what I'm saying, sustainable, build something for the community. Correct. You know what I'm saying, for the kids. Yep. You know what I'm saying, have a place for them to go. You got a young brother building something, trying to build something. You would think you would have more unity. Why did I came over, right? I brought my son for a specific reason. Right. So obviously we knew each other, we have a relationship, but there's a young brother out here, he's trying to build up a whole league out here. Trying to build a whole team, I mean. I'm gonna go support that.
You know what? What hurt me most of all, man, is it wasn't white people trying to tear me down. No. It was black people. Right. When a white person don't want to be involved with your business anymore, they're not gonna pull out their phone, make a video about you, make a post about you on social media. They're gonna cut you off totally from them spending their money with you. Black folks spend a few dollars, then they try to tear your character down, try to damage your brand, put posts out there, put videos out there, tag you, leave negative reviews. But this entire time, bro, it's like they was never for you anyways. They was just waiting until you hit your downfall so that they can say, I told you so.
I mean, how many people was asking to really help, or like, or asking like, okay, what can we do to avoid?
None.
And people was calling and like, yo, or was they just complaining? This nigga ain't doing it. Then nigga ain't doing
I'm
that.
being honest
This
with
nigga
you.
ain't.
It got to a point where people. One of the main things that I always heard was disorganized, but I always told them nothing can be organized if there's just no support. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you got 100 parents, you need people to collect paperwork, but you got 100 parents. None of those parents offer to step up to collect paperwork, but you got the guys who are running the company pretty much doing everything, including collecting the paperwork. It's a high chance that some of them paperwork, some of them documents is going to get mixed up and lost. Right. Just because nobody else is trying to step up. And it's just like people will wait until it's so many times of paperwork being lost to finally say, hey, I'll step up. But they're not stepping up for their, it's more like
they're really doing it for their benefit.
They're doing it for their benefit. I helped, I helped, and I fixed it.
I fixed it.
You know what I mean? They're not stepping up because if they would have if they wanted to do this, they would have been stepped up.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you did have a few people who come along and say, I help now. Man, we too deep in this goddamn hole, and it's a possibility that your help may not help us escape. But it's just like I accepted it. You know what I mean? I accepted it, and I'm just like, man, you just can't feel bad. You can't let people judge you off this right here, knowing that it's other things that you want to do. Like I say, just go back to the drawing board.
Where we at right now, bro?
What do you mean?
Like, where's the location we're at right now?
Oh, so we at the print shop right now.
Who's print shop?
My print shop.
Who place we is this?
Yeah, my place. So
it's for free.
Nah, it ain't for free.
You gotta pay for. You gotta pay for it, right? It's a whole establishment right here that ain't yours that you're paying for.
So yeah,
I just want to make sure that
So yeah, that's the thing that I have, and even that was one thing too. I got the security company, I got the print shop, but I've been neglecting my businesses that bring me good money to focus on something that I'm doing for outreach, pretty much. You know what I mean? Just to connect with kids, just because I love them. And as weeks went on, and I'm in this situation, I'm saying like, damn, you know what I mean? It's just, but at the end of the day, I love everything that I do. Most importantly, I just gotta find balance. How do I find balance? How do I move properly? Just making sure I got the right people in my circle. People who didn't reach out to me, regardless of, once they heard what happened. People who didn't reach out for me, those people aren't good people for me. Even if it was small, encouraging words, yo, keep your head up, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, you know what I mean? And a lot of people wish me well, but, like I say, when you look at close people, a lot of people who I thought would reach out, they didn't reach out. And I'm talking about people in the inner circle. You know what I mean? Obviously, you talked about the situation, but not once did you come to me and say, hey, it's going to be okay. Go back to the drawing board. We're here for you. Let us know if you need anything. And that shit right there, that plays a role, bro. And, I was talking to a few people about, look at when black folks create GoFundMes versus when white folks create GoFundMes, right? Black folks can barely ever reach their goal. You know why? Because their surroundings, their network, their relationships with people isn't there. White folks, within 2 hours, 3 hours, they done hit their goal because their relationships, their connections is everything. You know what I mean? And those people ain't worried about how much money you're asking for.
Right.
They're worried about the need. Oh, this person got into an accident. They need help paying the medical bills. Black folks, you ask for $10,000 for a funeral. You know what they saying? Why they asking for that? Why they ain't have no insurance policy? White folks ain't asking for that. White folks just saying, hey, I want to be an asset. I want to help. And, it's the same thing. Like, I apply these principles. I'm like, man, nobody offers to help in a time of need You know, and if they do, it's not genuine. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, they're just doing it because once you fail, oh, I knew he was gonna fail. He ain't know what he was doing. But other people, they actually are genuine. They genuinely want to help.
Right.
And like I said, you learn. It's a lesson learned on all on all avenues. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I say,
just to clarify, some white folks and some black folks. I mean, it's not also you're talking about white folks help. Some white folks.
Correct.
Some black.
They know
folks
who they know who we talking about.
I just want to make sure it's clear about it. You know what I'm
they know who we talking about. And like I say, all black folks ain't good. All white folks ain't good. You know what I mean?
But
when you talk about them pretty much having their culture back,
that's for sure.
They got their back 100%. Look at the Mexicans. You know what I mean? You got to understand. Even with like, I give this example: Mexicans in the taco truck. 90% of their business is gonna be who? Mexicans, right?
Man, you drive around.
They work.
What?
But now you think too, the other 10% is just the room for everybody else who want an authentic Mexican taco.
Right.
Let's go there.
And tacos al cabon, they be packed up in that mud.
Right.
Packed up in that
right.
mud. Yeah.
So now you think, man, like, just because that business don't appeal to black folks off rip, you think they gonna stop? No. We know our people want this.
Right.
As long as our people come here and support us, we gonna be okay. Why can't black folks think the same way? You know what I mean? Even when it comes to like designer brands and you know all that type of stuff, bro, they don't want to support you until you make it already.
Right.
But the other coaches, they will support each other until.
We know, like we just talked about before. You know, we talked about Sire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know Sire talked about all the time. You know what I mean? You know,
the world wasn't on them before.
I feel like the world's still not really on. I mean, he's obviously making money and everything like that, but like he still ain't popping like it should be. To me, and again, I'm just whatever. I like his shoes. Right. He got the best shoes in the game. That's just my personal opinion. My personal opinion is mine. Yeah. He got the best shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's him, black dude. And it's not cheap quality stuff. It definitely ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's not cheap quality stuff. You know what I mean? But to his point, a lot of times was, you know, they'll come to him and ask for discounts. They don't go to Nike ask for discounts. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't go to Phil McKnight like, hey, bro, let me get it. Nah, they just they show up at the store and they just pay what it costs. You know what I'm saying? Well, they go to him, he put it on there for $225, $229, whatever it is. Niggas like, golly, what's
and like I say,
going on?
That's cheap now when you got plans like Afterpay. You can pay in full. Right. Come on, man.
Jordan cost $300. They go wait in line.
Wait in line for Jordan. Don't even complain.
Yeah, do a pop-up shop. I mean, he get money at a pop-up shop. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same. Not the same effect. You know, so just like I said, because the culture is not and conducive to unity. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, again with the whole situation was, it should have been a lot more unity in that situation. A lot more coming together before the ship started sinking. You know what I'm saying? Once you got a hold of the boat, you know what I'm saying? The ship going Titanic, down. Like, you know, you got to hold the boat, ship going down. Now, if you see the iceberg there, there's an iceberg coming. What can we do to avoid the situation? Right. Not hit the iceberg, but oh dang, bro, you ain't see the iceberg? How you ain't see the iceberg, bro? Like, I see. Why we came on this boat?
Everybody out there standing on the deck.
Why we came on this boat? See this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different time to come in up, but you know what I mean? But yeah, so some things. Again, you know, I'm not on the. I just say because some things have been done differently.
Yes,
of course. But
that's anything.
But could support have helped with some of those things being done differently?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's.
So let me ask you: how do the black culture, the black community, unite? Do you think it's possible?
I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna take a lot.
Do you think we will see it? In this century,
I don't know.
I don't think so. I just think they're so disconnected.
Just because you got, you know what? Because I hate whatever, but I'm bringing him up again, Charleston White, because you got to do like Charleston White, right? Who you got people who like hate the dude, but everything, not everything. A lot of what he's saying is facts. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like about, and again, if you don't know who Charleston White is, go look him up, whatever. But you know, he's saying, okay, there's nothing good about Crips and Bloods. They only kill black people. They don't own nothing. They ain't no real gang. There's nothing good. They just don't murder people. And he says, you know, all this crazy stuff about all these, you know, all he says all this crazy stuff. Right. But then people get mad at him, like, man, I want to kill the nigga Charleston White, but the rapper they glorifying, he went and murdered black people.
Correct.
Charles White saying, why is you glorifying him? He's murdering black people.
Correct.
He's murdering his own people. Why are you supporting him? People like, nah, I want to do something to Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? But like, to my point is, it's gonna be very hard for all of us to be unified. You got the dude, my son, it's MYSON, whatever it is, my son on Instagram. He got a whole thing about boycott black murder. Right?
Is that the red dude?
No, is he red? He's, I guess.
Wear glasses?
No.
No, I don't think that's him.
No, I'll try to put his page. I'll try to put his page here, but he got a whole thing called boycott black murder, right? And somebody like that, this dude, somebody like that, should be more popular. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole movement where he's talking about boycott black murder. Like he go out there and, with his microphone out there in New York and trying to get all these gatherings of people, you know what I'm saying, to boycott black murder. And you know, he don't have no support like that. Not like it should. You know what I'm saying? But he's like a rapper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got, you know, he talks about all kind of stuff like that. But he don't have the support that he should. But
Correct.
if we go out there and have a song called Murder, Kill,
positivity isn't glorified.
Everybody gonna do it, right?
Negativity is glorified.
Right.
And it's kind of like, you know, these rappers can talk about all of the negative things in life.
That's his movement right there.
Gotcha.
Black
Yeah, these rappers can talk about all of these negative things in life, and the kids will grasp on it quick. But
they know every word.
They know every word.
Every single word.
But when you talk about positivity, they don't want to even hear it.
Right.
You're lame.
Right. Oh, yeah,
You're lame if you talk positive.
Right.
That's why, you know, me, man, it's just, I do my own thing. You know, I do my own thing, and I try to encourage many kids as possible. Bro, don't worry about what the next kids say about you. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because if shit hit the fan, you get locked up, everybody going their own way. Nobody's going to care about you.
You're right about that.
Nobody's going to care about you once you in that jail cell and you can't leave. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to go their own separate way. So I'm going to let you talk while I move right. You continue to move wrong.
Right.
And when you move wrong, it's a possibility you may wake up. It's a possibility you may not wake up. But that's your life. That's what you chose. Don't never say you ain't have the option to move right. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when I used to work at the alternative school. Like I had a thing on the big projector. Had like a picture of Bill Gates and a picture of Pablo Escobar. I was like, what I said, what?
All the chicks want to be the drug dealer.
No, I asked all the kids. I said, who you want to be? Oh man, Pablo getting all the money. I'm like, I was like, so Pablo's murdering people. He's selling the rest of the day. He's getting much money, but he's selling drugs. But he's on the run, getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Bill Gates over here. Yeah, he looks corny, or whatever. I ain't saying you want to look like him, but I'm saying he have his type of lifestyle. Like he ain't gotta go to jail. He ain't murdering nobody. He's making legit money. He can do whatever he want. Got more money than Pablo Escobar.
Facts.
And live life free. But in their mind,
he's living a
peaceful
life.
He's that
Pablo.
And he ain't got no peaceful life.
He ain't got no peace. He gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's a possibility he may not woke. Yeah.
He can't trust people right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it just. But the point was like, and this is all like high school kids. It was just like nobody said, "Hey, let me be like Bill Gates." You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, "Oh, let me get like Escobar." You know what I'm saying? I want to be a kingpin. I want to be the judge. I want to be like. But these show the mindset of like the generation. Right. But then but that's because that's what's pushed. That's what's marketed. You know what I'm saying? And even I felt bad for myself. Bad to myself. I was like, dang, I shouldn't have had a picture of Bill Gates. I should have had a picture of Bob Johnson. You know what I'm saying? The black Bill Gates.
They would know who he is.
Yeah, but that's kind of the reason why I didn't do it too. But but I was like, my point was like, black lawyers, black, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurs, black Wall Street, like they're not celebrated.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? PNB Rock is celebrated. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. To be honest, I didn't know who dude was until he got killed. You know what I'm saying? But then everybody's like, oh, dang, this dude. But like, because he's a rapper. But like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm trying to say the right words. But like, somebody who's not a rapper, somebody who's successful businessman, successful entrepreneur, successful whatever businesswoman, entrepreneur, they just not celebrating.
How do we celebrate them?
I mean, you got to shed more light. We got to get people to shed more light on, like, hey, okay, this dude went to going to college, and nothing wrong with going to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be not to play football, not to play sport. You know what I'm saying? Again, I love football and everything like that. But like, if I go to school just to go to school, like, I made an accomplishment. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't go on scholarship, just because I'm not playing football. Right. Like, oh, I'm looked at like, you going to school? Like, for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people kind of look at it. Like, oh, then you got an offer? Oh, that's how we look at football players. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dang, you going to school for football, blah, blah, as opposed to just the kid who's just going to school. You know what I'm saying? Making good grades, not getting in trouble.
You know what I tell kids, man? I tell kids, it's even when I talk to my athletes, I always ask them, what you want to do? Most importantly, make sure you got a plan. Right. If you got a plan, you'll be okay in life. But just know that school ain't for everybody, and just because you go to school don't mean you're gonna be successful.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I just tell them, yo, have a plan. If you graduate high school, decide not to go to college, have a plan. You gonna find you a nice little job, go get you a trade. You know, because a lot of people are not fans of just the school curriculum, and that turns them off about going to college.
But going to fire academy, going to police academy, learning how to, learning stocks or whatever, getting money, going to military, like, there's different things you can do.
Get you a job
I was using college example, but
can make you some good money quick, and all you got to do is a good 15.
But like if a kid, so there's one kid, I think probably about 2014, 15, whatever. He was a running back at Palm Beach Gardens, right? And he was a good running back. I don't know whatever's his name, but anyway. He was a good running back, and like he was ranked in the county and everything like that. He decided not to play football in college. He was going straight to the fire academy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I say the kid's name, people who knew me back then, they would probably know the dude. But like, he was a really good running back, and I remember I seen him. He was working at a Walmart at 45th Street. Wow, this wasn't Walmart in Palm Beach County, but he was working over there. And I remember I seen him. I was like, oh, dang, what's up, about talking to him, chopping up. He's like, yeah. I said, so what's going on with school? You going to school? He's like, no, I'm going to fire academy. I was excited. Like, oh, you going to fire academy? I was like, I didn't ask him. Did you get offers and everything? Yeah. He's like, I had this school, whatever. Not like big schools, but like decent schools, whatever. Right. I was like, okay, so you just want to play ball anymore? He's like, nah, I want to be a firefighter. But I remember being in the Walmart, like celebrating, dude. Like I never coached him or nothing like that. I just coached against him. Right. But I knew who he was, because I told him, I coached at Palm Beach Central. But I remember being in the line, like, oh dang, that's dope. Like when you start asking, I was asking a bunch of questions, holding other people in line, but I was asking questions about his thing or whatever. And then I'm leaving the thing, like nobody knows that the kids quit football to go to fire academy. They just think, oh, that nigga ain't getting no offers.
You know who else?
He ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how people think.
Right. You know who else took that route too? Ja'Cory Harris.
Oh yeah. Fire chief of Miami or something like that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. But just think, this guy was still pursuing his dream, playing in the CFL. And
but you think about the way people looked at Ja'Cory Harris's career, like people look at him down, like, correct, man, you flop, nigga, you ain't right. But really, he's successful. He's successful down there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? As a fire chief, like the head of the department, whatever he is down there. But like, but people look at him like
from a football aspect.
But they look at him only from a football aspect.
Right. When you look at from Northwestern to the U.
And Ja'Cory Harris was big.
Yeah, you know I think it was like first 2 years. Anything after that, decline.
Right. But then people look at him.
Correct.
In that decline mode.
But in reality, he's a success story, bro.
And again, you know what I'm saying? But yes, but the question is, how do we, promote that? It's just a lot of people have to celebrate things. And again, I'm a football guy. I love, but you have to celebrate things outside of football when somebody's doing something positive. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't just be football or rap. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's what it is for a lot of kids. Yeah. Okay, the football don't work out, let me rap or try to scam or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we as a community got to do a better job of promoting people, who aren't playing sports or aren't rapping. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who are doing something positive. And let kids know that it's okay to be whatever it is. Like to the dudes from Earning Leisures, I love what they do. Those are dudes who probably, they ain't playing sports. They ain't acting. They ain't rapping. They're talking about stocks and how to get money on business and entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Now they're popular and everything like that, but like we need more of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? We need a lot more of that. You know what I'm saying? For kids to know that it's okay to go that route.
And I agree, because just think of all the negativity, right? If you put a scammer in front of, well, no, let me take that back. Just think about
scammers popular now.
Scammers are popular, right? People legit want to be scammers.
They want to be scammers.
You remember when females used to have the preference of just the dope boy?
Yeah.
It's the scammer now.
It's scammer now, yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you think it used to be too, if you was the athlete, start a team.
Yeah.
They wanted you.
Right.
Hell, all you gotta do is come to school with some chains on.
Oh, yeah, you a scammer.
Stay fly designer.
New J's.
And you know, New J's, it's known that you're a scammer. Everybody wants you.
Everybody wants you.
You know what I mean? But keep in mind, you can have a person who have just as much money as the scammer who comes with a regular uniform on. You don't even know. Nobody wants him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think, you know, you got to have these platforms that push the narrative that connects with our culture. And, you know, shed a spotlight on these people. You know what I mean? Bob Johnson. You know what I mean? Most people wouldn't know that this dude on BET. You know, most people wouldn't know that if you wasn't really attached to the culture like that. You know, and there's other things like, you know, you got successful black neurosurgeons. Look at Myron Rowe. You know what I mean? Look at Myron Rowe. This dude gave up football.
But even with that, like, will we know who Myron Rowe was if he wasn't an All-American at Florida State?
Because you got other black neurosurgeons out there who nobody knows.
Nobody knew.
You got black dentists. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? And hell, there's one in Texas where he do a lot of stuff for people, but it's just like, damn, I can't remember how I came across him. Oh, he ended up getting shot. And I guess the Shade Room read the story on it. And I did my research on him and I found out that this dude is a dentist and he raps. You know what I mean? So it was just like, oh wow, you know what I mean? But it's just like, will our people even support?
Yeah, man, because we like, you know, we like the glitz and the glamour, and we like what we feel like is the fast dollar.
Right.
Like the fast dollar is for me to pick up the football and run. That's a fast dollar. You know, my fast dollar is me to go rob this cat, go sell this, go scam. That's a fast dollar.
Right.
Being a neurosurgeon, that's a slow dollar.
People don't want to go to school.
Ain't trying to do that, just a slow dollar.
You ain't even want to finish high school.
No,
you know what I mean? So that automatically,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to be a successful entrepreneur, that's a slow dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Dollar.
For people to be successful, actually making money, it may take them a year, 2 years to actually getting their profit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's a hard road to take. Now, you know, thank God for YouTube and everything like that. Now people are learning about credit and different businesses. So it's trying to get out there, but far as like they really getting promoted in each community like that, it's just not. You mean you go down, you know what I'm saying, you go down there and cats ain't learning that kind of stuff. Cats ain't trying to be these type of things. They only got one thing on their mind. It's just, let me beef and let me murder, let me shoot, let me do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
even with, you know, I had a talk a few weeks ago, and it's easy now to be a business owner. Years ago, it wasn't easy.
No, you gotta get an LLC.
Yeah, to get an LLC, and
$100.
just because you get an LLC, it don't make you a business owner.
Not at all.
And the thing is, man, it's just like,
I got an LLC. I don't own no business.
No, but you know, most people want it just for social media to attach that title, LLC, business owner.
Yeah.
Do you know what being a business owner entitles? You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. It's a 24-hour job. Most people lose faith because they're not making money.
Right.
They're steady trying to figure out a plan.
Yeah.
They ain't connected with the right people. They just feel stuck. They don't know. You know, obviously, I think when, you know, just from research, just from reading books, when you're trying to be a business owner, the first thing you gotta set straight is you're not in this for money.
Right.
The moment you say, I want to be an entrepreneur because I seen this dude make $100,000, you gonna get upset when you make $100,000. So you gotta have a connection with whatever you trying to do, whatever type of business you trying to run, you gotta have a connection with it.
And preparation, man.
Correct. In preparation, you gotta be prepared. You know what I mean? And once you say, hey, I like working with kids, right? If you like working with kids, obviously there's money with working with kids.
Of course, don't do it for free.
Don't do it for free. But
bad.
if you like working with kids, put that number one.
Right.
Build those relationships with those kids, and then find ways on how to monetize it. Once you find ways on how to monetize it, you'll be good forever. You know why? people having kids every day. You know what I mean?
People
having kids every day.
They're trying to
so
stop
now,
that.
once you develop that love for the kids, put a game plan around it, monetize it, you can possibly make a few dollars with it and be happy. But if you go in just saying, hey, I don't really like working with kids, but I see people can make some money off of it, it ain't gonna be successful.
Especially something like that, as a person who works with kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like kids, don't be in it, because it's people who don't like kids who are there every day, and I just be looking at people like, bro, you shouldn't be around nobody's kids. You shouldn't be around nobody's kids.
And I'm gonna be honest, I be going to schools, and like I say, I like working with kids, but depending on every setting is different.
Oh, every setting is different.
And when you go to certain settings, I can't handle these. And the reason why you can handle it, but you gotta also try to relate to those kids. You know what I mean? Everybody can't relate to them. You know what I mean? And even if you can relate to them, it's still up to them.
Yeah, no, man. At where I'm at, the dynamics is different over there than ever at some schools. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to approach. You have to do an approach, try to make a rapport with kids and try to relate to them on their level. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like, okay, what are their interests? What are they into? And how can you turn the positive or make the positive that you're trying to give them in a relatable aspect? You know what I'm saying? If I come in and be like, oh dang, you should just follow the rules, just follow direction, and they ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but if you follow the rules, it could lead to this. You want to be, kids want to play football. You want to play football? Well, it starts with following rules in class. If you can't follow rules in class, you can't follow rules on the field.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that. Somebody say they want to be a YouTuber. Okay, well, you got to be disciplined. If you ain't disciplined enough to take your pencil and put it on the paper, especially kids, you get with kids who know how to do the work. Like, I get calls and I'm like, okay, if I ask them a question, they'll know it. But then, like, if I give them the paper, they won't do it. So I'll be like, well, how do you want to be whatever it is you're trying to be if you won't actually do it? You have to, if you can't pick a pencil and put it to a paper, you ain't never going to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just laziness and everything like that. So yeah, but you got to find a way to relate stuff. And not even just to kids, to people, to adults. You got to be relatable. You got to make things as relatable as possible. Not saying it's always easy, but you got to try to find that way. And when it comes to, businesses and everything like that, like you said, you have to find a passion. Something that you want to do all the time, you know what I mean? Because if you don't want to do it, you ain't gonna make no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I look at people trying to do vending machines and real estate and do all these different things, which are great businesses where you can make money. But if you don't have no passion for it, then you ain't really gonna learn like that.
And let's be honest, everybody who be posting about they trying to get vending machines, bro, they don't want the vending machine like that. You know why?
They want the money that they saw somebody else make from.
That is a slow hustle.
That's
a slow hustle. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Give or take, you fill the vending machine up, you make profit damn near $75. Honestly. Now it just takes weeks on weeks and the quantity. You gotta have 10, 15 vending machines to make some cheese. Right. You know what I mean? I be seeing people on Facebook, after a success story of you seeing a person, they may run a post, made $100,000 off on the vending machine. Everybody in the comments saying, oh, sign me up. Where I get these vending machines from? Do you know it's impossible for him? If he did make that, he got so many vending machines. Just because once you get that vending machine, no person letting you place it in that building for free.
Right. It's like the dude named Pushman Mitch. He do car rentals. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking about how he started with Turo and everything like that. Like, he makes millions of dollars and all this whatever. But he has a plethora of cars. Like, he got and he got them in different states, in different cities. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he got the Lamborghini Urus and all these different cars or whatever. But like, he's got a bunch of them. Like,
he ain't got just two cars.
He ain't got a few of them. He got a bunch of them. So people who making money off of like real money and stuff out of Turo, $10,000 whatever a month.
Your fleet at least they got 30 cars.
They got a bunch of cars.
Yeah, and it's a high chance that those cars are always rented out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when that money comes. You know what I mean? I was talking to one of my homies the other day about just like the pricing for, like, say for instance, how I got a security company. Yeah. How these people, when they bid for these contracts, they're not bidding for $15, $16. They're bidding for $22 to $30 an hour, and then they just give the guard X amount of dollars. So now how do you make money as the business owner? Obviously, you pay your employee a decent amount so you get a quality worker.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also look at it and you say, look, if I got Chuck working 8-hour shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can profit at least $10 every hour while giving him a competitive wage, $10 an hour, 8-hour shift, that's a quick $80, right? So now, to make more money, how do you do it? Find more sites,
Right.
get more workers. So now I get John Doe. He works the same hours as Chuck, but just at a different site. I make another 80 off him.
Right.
So in 1 hour, I go from $80 to $160 an hour. I just keep adding up. I keep adding it up, and keep in mind, the more officers that you get, the more money that you make. So like you said, this guy got X amount of cars. He's not making that. It's impossible to make that much money off one car. It's about
10 cars. You got
it's about quantity.
You got a bunch of
It's
them.
a bunch of them. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with business.
Let me ask you something. So remember you asked, did you ever find somebody to work that? Remember you posted that about security? Did you ever find somebody to work?
I did.
Yeah.
So,
I thought about it. Like,
well, no, I still got another. I still got another.
But I didn't actually want to do it.
I still got another site open.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. Like, this is my thing. I'm at a stage in my life now, bro, where I have to work smarter,
Right.
not harder.
Right.
You feel me? So now I'm gonna provide as many opportunities as I can to people by working smarter. I only want to surround myself with people who want to work smart, who want to work,
Right.
but they want to work smarter.
Yeah.
Anybody that's around me, obviously, we're gonna work hard at our own business. But anything else that's pretty much gonna finance things that we want to do, I gotta work smarter. You know why? Because you got other people who's following that same formula. And even with like my security sites, obviously we do what we have to do. But I tell my people, if you want to make some decent money, guaranteed money, hit me up. We'll figure out something, because at the end of the day, it's just a set of eyes. Anytime you walk outside, you're using those eyes. So now, if you're gonna walk outside, use your eyes, why not do it at a site?
Make some money with it.
Make some money with it. 3 or 4 hours, it ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you control the hours.
Right.
The guard who I hire, they control the hours that they want to work. We build the schedule around them. Long as you commit it, it's yours. You know what I mean? It'll always be yours. And it's super easy. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, man, it's moving on. Let's talk about sports a little bit. We haven't talked about sports. Let's talk about local high school sports. Palm Beach Lakes High School. Palm Beach Lakes Rams. Yo, what's going on, man?
Man, over there, I don't know. Let me pull up their schedule, because we talked about this before. Them boys is having a hard time over
So
there.
Palm Beach Lakes, they are 0-4.
Their first game was what?
Their first game was, let's see, versus Palm Beach Central, 80-0.
80-0. Now, what do you say, like being a football guy? What do you say to your team? You get waxed 80-0.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's like, obviously you're upset.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you knew that was a possibility going into that week.
Right.
I think it's just evident that they just don't have football guys on that team. And, you know, when you look at the first 4 games on 4, teams have scored 228 points.
80-0 week 1, 78-0 week 2, 40-0 week 3, 30-0 week 4.
And from the rest of that schedule, I don't even think they're going to score this season.
They got Centennial coming up. It's 3-1. You got Garden after that, Jupiter, Wellington. Now, them Royal Pond game. The Royal Pond game is they're going to get that.
Yeah, because Royal Palm.
Royal Palm is going to get that.
But it's like,
somebody asked me to coach Royal Palm too. I was like, all right.
but it's just like, how do you how do you keep your team motivated? Because let's be honest, those players have already clocked out.
Yeah, and listen, at Palm Beach, and we just using that example. We talking about, but to have that type of schedule that you got going on right now, and to like not scoring 4 games, have 80, 78, 40 to 30, it's a very hard, almost impossible to keep kids coming back.
Correct.
It's almost impossible to keep kids motivated. It's almost impossible to keep kids disciplined and wanting to listen to you.
Correct.
Right, because I listened to you and I just got beat 80 to zip. I listened to you, we lost 78 to zip. We got that. You know what I'm saying? And in that environment, those kids turn on you real quick. Real quick.
They're not trying to buy in.
Yeah, not at all.
You know what I mean? Hell, I'm sure he done lost a few players just after those losses.
After the 80 zip, you had kids quit. I know for sure.
Yeah, 78 zip the next week.
Yeah, you
listen.
Definitely had kids quit.
My mom signed up to be a vendor at Palm Beach Lakes, and I think Benjamin's Club. Mm-hmm. I told her, "You crazy if you go to Palm Beach Lakes games? Yeah. Don't even go out there. You know why? The student body ain't even showing up.
Yeah.
Why would I even go to it? And you know, people used to go to their games just for the band. And it's popping. I remember I went to one game last year, the Gardens game.
2 years ago, they were straight.
That game was thick.
Yeah.
But now this year, ain't nobody going to no home game.
Yeah, it's hard, man. And it's hard. All the turnover. You have all that turnover at coach. You get rid of Ship, and then you know what I'm saying. So off rip, you get rid of Ship, you're gonna lose people.
Correct.
You're gonna lose kids. Then you got rid of Timo that was on staff, and you got rid of Coach White that was on staff, and Coach Stuckey that was on staff. Like,
do you think football is a priority to the school now, or do you just think they just?
Right now, no, because if you get rid of Ship, who was a good coach, you know what I'm saying. Not saying he's perfect or nothing like that, but you get rid of Ship, he's a good coach, and you have coaches. You get rid of coaches during the season, it's not a priority.
Dude, all those people who was on last year's team and the year before,
a lot of them gone.
They all at new schools.
Like,
dude, I'm talking about. I thought some kids was gonna stay.
Yeah.
They all at new schools.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them.
I don't know one kid on Lake's roster right now.
I couldn't tell you.
You know what I mean? Because from looking at these scores, dude, that team ain't loaded with seniors or juniors.
Nah, it's gotta be.
Those are freshmen and sophomores, bro.
Yeah.
Kids who aren't ready, but to have a team this year, they're forced to play those kids. And, you know, Lakes is in a tough class.
So, yeah, you're in a tough class and you're in a tough area, man.
Tough area, bro.
So if you're losing at Lakes, kids are going to go to Gardens. Kids are going to go to DeWire. Kids are going to go to San Lucius.
Look at Inlet Grove. Inlet Grove
going to Inlet
now. So now people saying, I go to Inlet.
Out of nowhere, you know, now it's out of nowhere because you got good Coach Jackson over there. Shout out to Coach Jackson over there who coming over there turning things around. So it's like all of us, I thought Inlet Grove popping now.
Correct.
Yeah, you're going to leave. You're going to leave. Especially, and then you get rid of good coaches. That's what they're gonna leave.
I don't even know the coach. No disrespect to him, but did they bring this guy in? Is this a local guy?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Got you.
I couldn't tell you. But like it's just and then I was talking to one of my dogs. Somehow from the X's and O's standpoint, you know what I'm saying. You got to slow things down. You know what I'm saying? You got to run that clock out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to wait for the 10-second count. 5, you know what I'm saying? Snap the ball at 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Well, let that clock die out. Because you got to steal possessions away from the other team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go out there and go 3 and out, and then try to do it in a no-huddle offense. So now the other team getting the ball. You ain't scoring. You ain't tackling. Like, it's just, that's a difficult task to go 80 to zip, 78, and then go 78 the next week, and then go 40 and 30.
Pretty much is like
you can't get. It's like you. I mean, obviously kids can come to practice, whatever. But like to get them consistently coming to practice, that's tough. And then when they do miss, what you gonna say? Right. You ain't gonna play? No, we
losing anyways.
But you need that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You probably need whatever kid.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You know the dog. He not coming to practice, and you usually gotta let it slide. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough one for Palm Beach Lakes. You know what I'm saying? Then you got you see Pahokee now. Pahokee seems like they're back on top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just beat Palm Beach Central. And Palm Beach Central, you know what I'm saying? Palm Beach Central is a good team. But now you got Pahokee. Pahokee jumped out, beat Palm Beach Central. That was a good game. They beat them 35-14. Yeah, I mean, they trying to come back. So, I mean, you think the Muck got any chance to come back, reliving their glory where they used to be?
like I say, it's tough for the Muck. I know Glade Central ain't doing so well, but I think for the Muck, I want to see the Inlet Grove game versus Glade Central. That right there is pretty much gonna let you know Pahokee got a good win last week,
and they got Gardens this week too.
Who?
Pahokee.
I want to see how those two games play. I want to see Pahokee play Gardens, and then I want to see Inlet Grove play Glade Central.
And Gardens just beat Glade Central last week.
Correct. Yeah. So I want to see how it's going to look. I think it was a close game, too.
Yeah, 12-13. Something
but
like
once again, even the Muck, Glade Central, Pahokee are losing their key guys because they can't win how they used to.
Yeah, I think, too, like they say the Muck got a different situation out there because you got people moving away from there, they trying to get over here to get parents moving to get better jobs or just get out of the environment that, I'm not the Muck City got their environment over there, the culture over there that people think it is, and so a lot of people move from over there. They move closer to the east side for better jobs, for better housing, to get away from some of that toxic environment over there. And again, not all of it's toxic like that, but when you stand in certain neighborhoods, you're trying to get away. So that right there is going to take some of them players up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you turn around and you lose, now more kids are going out there. Like, you kids never used to transfer out there. You never transfer out of
And the thing now, man, is this portal. Kids entering that thing left and right. There's no more loyalty.
Of course you got the portal for college, but like it's high school. Like kids just jump.
Yeah, high school got their own little portal.
And Little League. Kids jump apart.
Listen, there's no loyalty. There's no like you can't even be mad. At the end of the day, it's kind of like that's why I like Coach Clavijo model.
Yeah.
I need these kids in the surrounding neighborhoods to come play for us.
Yeah.
Once you do that, I'll take all the other kids that just rather who wants to transfer and play for us. It's easier to build that way. And the moment you accept that as a coach, I think you can move forward. You know what I mean? You just can't depend on, if you don't have the big name attached to you, you can't just depend on the transfers.
Yeah, man. One thing with like high school football, especially in Palm Beach, like it's hard to build that like a lower for your team. I thought Palm Beach Central had a decent little something going.
They had a good run.
Yeah, they're still because
they was pulling kids from Wellington.
That are lower. You know what I'm saying? That like, the top dog. You got people coming to your games and everything like that. It's hard to establish that, especially around here, because it's like you don't have no attendance. You know what I'm saying? People not going to games. You know what I'm saying? They won't even put no games on TV. Right. You know what I'm saying? They try to put games on radio. Who listen to ESPN, whatever it is on radio?
That's one thing. So Bereen Christian, they're 0-4.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
But hell, at least they're
they scored points.
Yeah. First game they played a team from Sarasota. They lost 28-zip. They played Cocoa Beach the next week. They lost 56-zip. They played St. Edwards from Vero. They lost 42-16. Then they played Boca Raton Christian, I believe, and they lost 35-8. This week they play a team, Bell Creek Academy. They're 0-4. Bereen is 0-4. Bell Creek is 0-3. So like I say, we shall see the result of that game. I'm hoping for my boy Jackson to get at least one win this season.
Man, he needs it. You know what I'm saying? He needs it over there. You know what I'm saying? He said he won a game in 2 years. Yeah. You can't go 3 years without
winning. You need that dub.
You can't.
But once again, with Jackson, he's working with very low numbers.
True, and he's got to figure out how to build those numbers up.
But
I'm not saying it's easy, but he got to figure
the positive thing that he can tell his team that Palm Beach Lakes can't tell their team. At least we scoring.
At least it's scoring. At least they're scoring.
At least we scoring.
Jupiter Christian, they 1-3. I know bad's not happening. I ain't hit him up and talk to him a little. Yeah. When you going through a losing season like that. When I was at Lake Worth in 2017. You know what I'm saying? I think did we lose every game that year? Yeah, we might have lost. I think we might have won one. I can't remember. But yeah, I know when I was getting waxed, I ain't want to hear from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't want to hear from nobody. But when I was at Palm Beach Central, we was going 11-1.
Somerset.
Yeah.
58-27.
It's been tough for them right now. They lost to Glaze Day, and of course Inlet Grove. Yeah, man, it's been a tough road for them. But he's also too that he don't have the numbers. Now he got some. He's very top heavy over there. Like they got their first unit.
But when you talk about them athletes, he don't
and then
have a large variety.
You got guys got to play both ways,
Right.
retire. Like it's too tough over there.
Right.
When you playing that kind of schedule. But like Inlet Grove, right? So what's going on in Inlet Grove now? I know it's your alma mater over there.
Inlet, man, is just
all of a sudden
it's just a complete rebuild.
Mr. Jackson, Coach Jackson,
new energy, bro.
Yeah,
new energy. I went there, and honestly, it looks like a team that's from the muck. Speed everywhere. Kids eager to play. Energy.
Well,
the energy is amazing, and you know the most important thing too, fans are coming out. You know what I mean? They completely redid everything. Even from I was walking out there, I'm looking at the parking lot. I seen how people got like VIP passes and stuff like that, and I'm like, this is really dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the ultimate experience. On top of having the kids now that actually can play football, it's the experience that's bringing people out. You got the Red Man out there, you know, you got the band out there,
yeah.
And it's just good vibes, man. You know, like I say, it's pretty much. It reminded me of how the old Suncos that was at that location, how that community and the neighborhood just came out to the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was like, but it's just in that grove.
So Coach Jackson building things correctly, doing things out there, man. You know, they got rid of him out there at Glade Central for whatever reason. I don't know the reason, but
I'm gonna tell you. I'm hoping that they have a real good season. I'm hoping that they win their conference championship. And I'm hoping that Coach Jackson comes back for another season rather than leaving after a successful first season. Because that's the thing with Inlet Grove. It's not that they don't it's not that they can't get the players because they're in the heart of Riviera Beach. You know, it's just if you can get a coach to commit to them long term,
right,
that program will be a very good program.
I mean, they had Braden there a couple years ago, right?
They had Terry Braden. He did 1 year.
The Super Bowl. Like you think, but you just think about that, right? Terry Braden was there, who was a coaching at Kansas City Chiefs.
He gave them
got a Super Bowl ring.
Right. He gave them like their first win.
Yeah, like,
and then you had Coach Robert McKay. No, you had another guy who came in after them. You had like a few different guys who came in after them. And then you had Coach McKay who came in. I was doing work with him, and you know he gave them like 6-7 win season. Had some good guys come in, and then after that it was just like in and out, and then it's like you can at one moment they was talking about folding the team just because coaches was in and out, and you already dealing with a charter school, you already dealing with low numbers. So it's just like, let's be honest, if you're dealing with low numbers and your school population is 800, how many ballers you think you really got out there?
Ain't got much.
You ain't got a lot of ballers out there. So now you got to think the program is low on funds. Let's opt out because I don't think they participated in the COVID year, the COVID season. They didn't participate. And you know, after that, that's when they went and got a different coach. And like I say, man, the energy is totally different. Like even you know how
new energy.
You know how Dion went and got Jackson State with the
new energy,
the suits and stuff. The suits, bro. Inlet Grove got suits and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like small.
Man, shout out to Coach Jackson, man. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to that dude.
He got to get him on the podcast. Pretty much after this season. I know it's tough right now. But we're gonna have to definitely get him on the podcast just to explore a little bit more in depth on how did he rebuild this? Was it easy? What is tough?
It can be easy. And the Grove was like you just said, they were like
I know people who there because I did some stuff with them, and they was just like, just off the funds you have to go in your pocket.
Right.
Just because it's just not there. So this year, just on everything around football as far as attendance, you know, getting vendors at the game, it's looking a little bit more profitable. You know what I mean? It's still, they ain't out the red yet, but you gotta understand it's gonna take them a minute.
Yeah.
But it's positive. Their cheerleading team is full. They got the band coming out, DJ at the game, announcer, bro. It's very good energy. Like that was probably one of the high school games that I went to in a long time that actually kept me interested. You know what I mean? I was like, it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope.
That's what's up, man.
Let me ask you this. A few weeks ago, I think, was it the last podcast? We talked about your dad playing in
Oh
the
yeah. My dad was on Pops played in the NFL.
So,
Uh-huh.
you know, your dad played for the Dolphins.
Yep, and San Francisco.
So what number was he with the Dolphins?
Number, he was a 44 with the Dolphins. He
Gotcha.
played 77 to 78.
So listen, man, I got bored, and I say, man, you know, my guy's he's a Dolphins fan.
Man, I'm diehard.
Hey, listen.
Oh, you know, shoot, I told I knew something new. Listen, you see what happened to the Dolphins this week,
Right.
Hey,
So listen. So you know, I know you're a Dolphin fan.
diehard, bro.
So I say, man, you know, me and my guy, we haven't linked up in a little bit. So I wanted to do this on the air. You know, I wanted to give you this.
On there.
I wanted to give you this. It's gonna bring back some. It's gonna bring back some old vibes.
Oh, Lord, getting presents out here.
It's gonna bring back some old vibes.
Okay.
And like I say, you got a little history attached to it.
Got a little history.
It got a little. I did my research,
We're doing research.
but
here.
I said, you know what? I'm gonna get my guy this. He's
Whoa.
a Dolphin fan, and we
Oh,
definitely.
snap. Hold on.
We gotta put on for Pops. You know what I mean? We gotta
Dad.
put on for Pops.
Hey,
we
my,
gotta
hey,
put on
hey,
for Pops.
Dad, I don't know if you can see this. You can't really see it. Look backwards on the thing. Pops, hey, I ain't know he was gonna do this, bro. I appreciate this, bro.
Yeah, no problem,
Hey, real-
man. No problem.
Hey, real,
no problem.
Real talk, man.
Hey, we
Hey,
got the 49ers one coming soon.
Hey,
And what we gonna do is we gonna try to
man, I know you can't look without.
we gonna
Got
get
something coming to you, Dad.
we gonna get Pop some. We gonna have the 49ers, and what we gonna do is we gonna do a giveaway. Hopefully we can get Pops to sign one of them things.
Most definitely, I call him.
We gonna get him a few, and then we gonna give some away on the episode. You know what I mean?
Side note, real quick. You remember we talk about religion, and I got a reminder on my phone.
Gotcha. Did you read the Bible?
I got a reminder on my phone. I did. No, actually, did I read that? See, look, I'm just.
So do you have like daily Bible verses that pop up on your phone?
I mean, it's on there, but I'm reading, like right now I'm reading the Psalms and then in Exodus right now. Like,
At what time of the day do you read these?
Like, you know, so I don't know about some musicians on air. Nah, I'll be at work,
Gotcha.
man. I'll be at work now. I'll be like, cause I like during the summertime, like I'll wake up in the morning, early in the morning, but
Right.
like just during work time I can't. So I just do it 12 o'clock, something like that, you know. After
Gotcha.
I do a little lunch duty, go to my office, be reading. And if I can't do it like during the day, if I'm actually busy or whatever, like I got a reminder 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Okay, did I okay before I'm even tired, okay.
So even if you're tired, you
Yeah.
just go in and get your little.
I gotta go do something. Yeah, I gotta
I got
do
you.
something.
I'm adopting that too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
adopting that.
But back to this, hey, brother, I appreciate. Hey, real, I did not know this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate this, bro.
I
Real
like
talk.
that. Hey, and the crazy thing, I was like, damn, it really came out nice. You know,
Nah, that fire, bro.
I'm just sitting around, and I'm like, he's a Dolphin fan,
I'm die hard.
and you know, Pops was there, and like I said, you really couldn't find a lot because
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
back then.
77, 78.
But you know what I mean? When I did my research, I'm like, I gotta find the number. I ain't gonna hit him up, so I found the number, and I was trying to find the one for Cookman, but we gonna figure that out.
Man, don't make me cry on him,
And
man.
we gonna have a whole pack just because it's just history, you know, it's just walking history, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what, we ain't gonna try to infringe what the actual Dolphins got going on, so it's gonna be a little bit different. But it's just a nice jersey shirt to wear, and you a Dolphin fan. I've been watching his tweets, and I'm like, oh my god, he's really Dolphin fan.
Bro, I'm like, when I say I'm a diehard Dolphin fan, you was going crazy on Sunday, bro.
Got
I was going crazy, bro. When was down? When was down 28-7 or whatever it is, and going
Right.
fourth quarter. I'm like, I'm the Dolphin fan. Like, I mean, man, I'm gonna watch to the end, so I ain't gonna get up and leave. But I'm watching the whole time. I seen that first touchdown. We came up with that. Wait, man.
Right.
Okay. Next touchdown, we get deep on with Hill and another one. And
Hey,
crazy in that
can
thing.
you imagine when somebody sees that? They could be like, what's going on? Unless they do their research. I was looking today, and I was looking for more. Somebody got an index card signed by your dad in '78, bro,
Really?
for $20. An index card.
We're gonna talk about it off there, bro.
Got you.
Yeah.
Guys, but remember we was talking about too that people don't throw that type of stuff
Right,
away.
yeah, no, I'm like I said, my dad would tell me like, bro, he got like got a special teams player of the year trophy somewhere that they lost.
Somebody got that, bro.
Yeah, no,
And once you see that NFL name attached to it, you're
Yeah.
not getting rid of that.
Yeah,
Like you said, you had your football.
I still mad about
Dude,
it.
you know,
don't even talk about
hey,
it. Man.
you,
My parents.
you know, I actually went to try to Google something like that.
No, there's a fear. It's a Dan Marino football. There's only
Yeah.
like a couple on made.
Yeah, but I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, no, because it wasn't
I couldn't
made.
find anything.
It had all his stats on the football. It was like it's a white with like a brownish white. It's like they made it look like old, but it really new.
Right.
Green Miami Dolphins, Dan Marino. I missed that. I love that football. I wanted the football camp. I was like 8th grade, stuff like that, right?
Got you.
But now, this is big, bro. This is.
Hey,
big,
listen,
bro. And especially, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, going through whatever.
Right. Bro, you know, this was a form of therapy for me. You know why? Because I'm like, he don't know it's coming, but it's just like I got excitement out of making it. He did once I did do it. I'm like, bro, it really looks good.
Yeah, no, this fire.
You know what I mean?
No, this
so
is fire, bro.
that was therapy for me, and then it's just like, you know, we I got something bigger than that coming. I got something bigger than that coming.
But this is. I ain't even trying to get emotional on it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Because my dad is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dude right there. That's somebody I aspire to be like as a father. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just like to wear part of that history, bro. Like
like when I was dope. Like so like if you look on my Instagram page, you know I got them where my phone with, but I right in front of me. But I went on YouTube and like. Cause I never seen him play.
Oh, the clips.
I had the clips on them playing like on YouTube. Like I never seen him play. This was in 2019 or whatever it was, or 8, whatever it was. And to sit and like on YouTube and then watch a whole game with him, like I was almost in tears, like looking at. Cause I have never seen like I was 33 years old.
Right.
Never seen my father play football. I only saw pictures and heard the stories or whatever about him playing the Dolphins and San Francisco or whatever. And to like look at YouTube, somebody. Thank God for whoever put it up. A whole game.
Hey, you gotta make sure you just download that game.
Yeah.
Just to save it in your archive.
Yeah, and whoever just ever get out to somebody out there to find the Dolphin stuff, because they ain't had no Dolphins. So it's just all San Francisco stuff. They ain't never had no Dolphin game on there. But from 1977, that season, 1978 season. Matter of fact, I think they made like the AFC championship, made a game for the championship, 78, somewhere around there. There was a pretty good team, whatever. But somebody out there, you know what I'm saying, you can find the whole game, put that on there for me. I appreciate that. But nah, like to watch those clips, man, I was emotional just watching those clips because I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always heard the stories and everything like that. And to see it, that was a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so really, like, you know, I'm trying not to like, you know, whatever, you know, I'm trying to be. But no, this is a big thing for me. I appreciate this, bro. Real talk. Again, bro, real talk. Like, my dad means everything to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So listen, man, that's episode number 9, Real as It Get podcast.
Yeah.
Like I say, just we got more content.
We got more with it. Bear with us, become more stuff, man.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Obviously working on some changes, the format of the show.
Yeah.
But it's coming. Bear with us, and like I say, it's only gonna get better. Real as It Get podcast signing out.
Yeah.